Hi everybody, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show how do we beautify the application using cascading style sheet. So if you wanted to make your application beautiful, then you have to apply CSS. Let's look at it. How do we apply CSS in Oracle Visual Builder? So let's go to the application. Okay, and let's see you have this application now where we have a header, we have the footer, we have the tables, we have various buttons, we have this search box. Let's try to make this beautify and let's see how this can be done. So let's work on the header and footer. This is my header and this is footer. Let's try to make this beautify. Let's make it beautiful. So here we have a fragments, the shell footer and shell header. Let's work with the shell header first. So here, this is my header, right? So instead of application, my application, let's select this heading section and let's change the text to employee management. And here you can see we have an icon. Let's try to change this icon and put some image here. So if you go to the code section, you can see this is the span. Okay, this is the span which is being used. So you can simply comment this. And if you go back to the design, this is not visible now. Let's go to the code section and let's, instead of this span, let's put the image component here. Let's put the image component here. So this is here. Let's Control X and let's put it here. And let's remove this tip. Right? If you go to this image, you can go to the data section and there you can upload the image from your computer if you don't have it. So let's upload some image here. Let me put some logo of TechSupper. And if you go back to design mode, this is how it looks like. Now let's change the width of it and let's say 100 pics. So this is how the logo looks like. Now, if you see, this is again not looks good. It is not aligned to it and there is no gap. So first of all, let's try to make a gap here. Select this image and here we have in the all we have a class. You need to provide some margin here. Let's provide some margin here. Or what I can do, I can put this inside the span. So let's take this span again, or let's put that span. Now, if you go to the design mode, now you can see this is okay in the same line. Now let's select the span and then class, put the class here. All right, or let's put that employee management. In this employee management, what you can do, put a margin here. Let's say OJ, MD for medium devices, and let's say margin. Hyphen 2x. How much margin you wanted to give? You can give 1, 2, 3, 2x. And where you wanted to give start and everything, let's say start. Now, if you go to live mode, this is how it looks like now, meaning your employee management and then TechSupper is aligned. Now, let's change the background color also. And here, go to the all, let's say, let's say background is search style. And let's say background color white. So this is how it looks like now. Fine. Okay, my header is perfect. Now, if you wanted to remove those, you can also remove those. Let's let it be. Now, let's design to footer now. Under footer, this is how the footer looks like. Let's remove this particular image. select this and let's say delete. Let's delete all those as well. Delete, let's safely delete those. Select all, delete, and then delete. And delete this flex container. Let's change this. Let's say created and maintained by TechSupper. Copy, write, add 2023. Now, since we have the white background here on the header, let's try to have this background in the white also. And since this is the white, we have to change it to the black. So let's go back to this first div section, and here let's say again style, and let's change background color to white. Now this text is not visible. If you go to the code section, this is the text. Okay, let's bring to the next line and let's change it to this. Fine. Now let's surround this bind text with the span. And to that span, change the color as style. Let's say color is white. Now, if you go to the design, sorry, black, my bad. Fine. Okay. Now, if you wanted to make it bold, let's go to the general property class. So it's a seeded class. Let's search with bold. So there's a OJ CSS class which we can use to make some text as a bold. Let's use OJ typography semi bold. Now, if you go back to your main start page and let's refresh it, now you will see this has been changed. Okay. So let's refresh it. Now here you see. Now let's remove this section. We don't need this. So let's click here. Let's simply delete it. Now here you can see you have more space. Cool. Now let's change all those button colors, icons, everything. So if you wanted to change the button, let's first convert all those buttons into the icons. New employee. Let's select this new employee. Let's change the icon. Let's remove this. Let's go to the icon. Let's go to the icon. Let's say start icon. Icon. Click here and let's say employee. Let's put that. Select. Now, if you go back here, you can simply remove this. For download also, let's go to the icon. Let's say start icon. Click this. Say upload icon. Let's have this icon and then select. So we have icons everywhere. Cool. Now let's try to change the button color and see. Now to change the button color, here if you click on every button, we have an attribute called class. So you can create your own custom classes and then apply the class here. So for that, what I'm going to do, I will go back to the app.css. Select this. And here, let's try to create classes. So I'm going to create a class with name button. And there's a seeded class called OJ-button. If you wanted to override it, you have to use that class seeded class button. And this is the button class that you have created, and then you are overriding this OJ button. And there you can have everything, let's say background color of the button. And let's give a color F 9972D. You can apply any color. And then I'm going to put color of the text as white. Okay, now let's use this button. Go to the main start and let's select every button and let's say button. I guess you have to refresh. Yeah, you can see button color has been changed. So apply this class for to every button. So why this has not been reflected? The reason is we have applied chroming to call to action. So let's say solid. Okay, same thing for this as well. Let's remove save. Let's say icon only. Solid class button. Okay, so you simply do this for every button. So again, you have to remove this call to action to solid. Cool. Now let's do this for search also. Button, first remove this solid, let's say glass. Let's do this for this also. Fine. Now, if you noticed here, the icon of the color is still black. Now, if you wanted to make them as white, let's do one more class. So let's copy this. Let's copy this whole thing and let's do here. So here, what I'm going to do, the first thing first, what I am going to do, this time I am going to override the class of this icon. You can see we have already a class oj-ux ico email. So let's copy this class oj ux ico email. oj ux ico email. And then put before also. Which color you need? Let's say I need the color is white. Now, if you go back to the main start, if you refresh it, you will see this has been changed. Now you have to do for each and every icon. Select this, export Excel data. So let's do one thing. Let's do like this. Sorry, copy, comma, export Excel data, right? Export Excel data. Let's again copy this. Apply the same for others also. This is my email, I guess. This is save. This is employee. Save. Employee. And what is that? This is my download, or this is download actually. And what is that? This is upload. Fine. This is download. So I will change the icon to download. Download sample, right? Good. Okay, so, okay, sorry, my bad. Download, upload, and then copy. Okay. This is for download, upload, and copy. Now, if you go back the main start and refresh, you will see the icon will be changed. Same thing you need to do for this also. Search, search, and then reset. Search and reset. Okay, now if you search, you can see the color has been changed, but you still see this has not been changed. So how I would know what is the class that is being used here? So if you don't know, you can simply search, you run your application. Let's inspect. So from that inspect, you can get to know which class is applied to which component. So you can simply search this guy. If you click here, you will see, select this complete one. And here you will see button menu drop down. So let's select this particular one. Icon, this one. Okay. Let's search here. This one, right? Audio button component. The button start filter. Okay. Yeah. So this is the filter. Let's try to apply on that filter, right? Copy this. Go back to this dot btn dot this and then before. Let's again go here. Let's refresh this. Oh no, this has not been changed. Con filter. UX, okay. I go filter. There's some issue, I guess. Okay. This has been changed, but this still needs to change. So let's search this particular. You see this icon, OJ button menu drop down icon. So this also needs to be changed, right? Go to the app CSS. Let's put a comma, the N. So this is how you can search the classes that you need to change. Cool. Now let's go back to the main start and let's run this. You see, now here you can see the the thing has been changed, meaning the button colors as well as the icon has been changed. Okay, let's work with this table. Okay, so if you run this page, let me do this thing. Let's try to change the border color of the table as well as the font to the white. So again, let's see which class is being used here. So let's search this particular table. Okay, and here if you see the OJ table header is the class that is being used. So you need to override this class. So let's select this table header and let's go here. Let's go to the app.css. Let's make another class. Okay, OJ table header, and let's say background color to the same color. Okay, and then font color to white so that it will be visible properly. Main start, let's refresh it. Here we go. Now, if you run this, you will see. Cool, looks good. All right, now if you can see, we have a big height here. If you wanted to change the height of the table, what you can do, you can simply come here, click here, let's say all, style, you can put the height of the table, let's say Let's say I want 500 pics. So the length will be changed and it will be 500 pics. Cool. Now I have worked on the buttons. I have worked on the table. Now let's work upon that particular guy. So let's change the background color of this particular form to white so that it can be visible, properly. So let's go to the style and let's say background color to white. Now, if you go to live mode, you can see background color is white now. So first thing first, let me have select this. No, select the whole collapsible. Collapsible is selected. Let's say expanded by default. Now, if you notice, this input text is very near to this border. Let's give some margin here to this particular input box. Click here. All, let's say class. So under class, we have OJ MD margin is the seeded class. Let's say give 2 margin 2 pixels and let's say from start. Let's copy this. Oh, sorry. You see there's a margin. Same thing apply for this as well is the class. And let's apply for this complete toolbar also. Here we go. Now this search looks in a better shape. Similarly, if you wanted to give the, let me simply run this page and see how it works now, how it looks like now. You see? Now, here you can see again, it's very near to this border. You can change it. Let's again use this input text class. So instead of start, let's say end. It's not working. Not, oh, I guess I have to use the thing, OJMD pattern. Padding to X and here we go. Do the same thing for this also, OJMD padding to X and. All right. Now, similarly, if you wanted to change the color of this heading, you can do that as well. Let's go to the heading, go to the style. Let me take the same color code. This is the one. Let's say style color to this. Cool. Now, let's go to this complete collapsible again. Let's say this is not appended. Let's run this. Now, this is how you can make your application beautiful. You can apply seeded Java, the classes. You can apply your own custom classes as well. So this is how your application looks like now. So you can make more beautiful if you want. You can change everything. All right. So I hope guys you find this video useful. Thank you. Bye-bye.